Hey guys, another update of my Halloween collection. It's been a couple of months, I think it was the beginning of July when I last gave you an update. So I've collected a few things in the couple of months since. So I'll start off with some VHS. Now this is the Blockbuster exclusive Halloween trilogy from Blockbuster in the US. I think this came out in 1998, sometime around the late 90s, when VHS was still kicking around. It's got the first movie, it's got Halloween 2, and it's got Halloween 3, and they all come in this exclusive Blockbuster package. You can see the spine there. I'll just give you a look at the individual tapes now. The version of Halloween is the Blockbuster Presents version. I've seen this a lot in a lot of videos of Halloween collectors from the US, so been after it for a while. A picture of Jamie Lee and Michael himself there in the background. There's the spine. Then on the back we got a little bit of a blurb, some background information on the movie. This is part of a collection that I guess Blockbuster ran in the 90s called Blockbuster Presents. Special collection of some of the most enjoyable films ever made, and that certainly describes Halloween. Next up we have Halloween 2. This is the Good Times edition of Halloween 2. Again, it's one you see in a lot of American Halloween collections. There's the back. Again, a little bit of a blurb about the movie. Pretty interesting cover. I like the lime green look. And finally, we have Halloween 3. Absolutely love this cover. Great image. Of course, the tagline, "The night no one comes home." There in the back, another iconic image from the movie. There's Tom Atkins in a panic at the top there, trying to dial for help. Again, we have a bit of a blurb about the movie here. So I've been after these Good Times releases for a while, so it was great to be able to pick them up in the box set. So 3 more tapes in the collection. Now move on to Blu-ray, and I picked up the Anchor Bay UK edition of Halloween 4. And bonus features, we have audio commentary with Ellie Cornell and Danielle Harris, and an audio commentary with Dwight H. Little and author Justin Boehm, who I think wrote a book about the Halloween series. There's a discussion panel where some of the cast of Halloween 4 and 5 talk about the movies, and of course the trailer. It's a pretty good transfer, pretty good sound, so it's my go-to edition definitely anyway for Halloween 4, which is one of my favorites in the franchise. Next we'll move on to a couple of soundtracks. I picked up the soundtrack for Halloween 5. Now, as well as the score by Alan Howard, this has the songs from the motion picture, and the songs are pretty awful. They're all very late 80s rock, and it's kind of annoying how they put the 5 songs at the start of the disc. So if you just want to listen to the score, which is all I'd be interested in listening to, you gotta fast forward through them. But anyway, it's got Alan Howard's score, which is pretty good. Alan Howard did a great job of kind of maintaining the mood of Carpenter's score while taking it in his own direction. So this is a Varese Saraband edition from the late 80s. Pretty cool picture of Michael there. I think there's a couple of pictures in the inlay, which is refusing the budge. Here it comes. No, there's not a whole lot. There we see the lovers getting killed in the barn. There's Danielle Harris. Just tells you what else is available for Easy Saraband, the main kind of label for soundtracks. Put out all the Halloween scores. Now another soundtrack I picked up, The Awful Halloween Resurrection. I had no intention of getting this, but I saw it basically being given away, so figured I'd pick it up off eBay. The score is probably the best part of the movie, I guess. You're probably better off listening to the soundtrack than watching the actual movie. It was done by a guy called Danny Lux, who I'm not really familiar with. I don't know what else he might have done. He didn't really go on to do much after. But it's got the full score, and it's just the score, it doesn't have any of the songs, so that's the way I like it. So again, my least favourite of the original batch of Halloween movies, but the score was going for a couple of euros, so picked it up. Now I added another novelisation to the collection. This is Halloween 4, and this one is written by Nicholas Grabowski. The first 3 novels were written by Dennis Etchison, although he used pseudonyms. He called himself Curtis Richards for the first one, and for the second and third he went under the name of Jack Martin. But apparently he was supposed to write the novelisation for Halloween 4, but what happened was he actually wrote a script for Halloween 4, and the script wasn't used in the end, so I guess he was a bit annoyed at that and decided he wasn't going to write a novelisation based off somebody else's script. I have to say it's not as well written as the Dennis Etchison novels. There's not a whole lot extra in this that you're not going to get from watching the movie, but as I said, I had to get it into the collection. I know there's another edition of this. It's like a special edition with like a few extra chapters, so it's something else for me to keep my eye out on. They only did novelizations for the first 4 movies, so I've got 1, 2 and 4 now. So no, sorry, I've got 1, 3 and 4. So it's the novelization of Halloween 2 that I need to get my hands on. Always looking out for that. I've seen it on eBay a couple of times, but it's just either way too expensive or the quality hasn't been good enough. Now onto DVDs. Here's a Region 1 American DVD of Halloween 4. I believe this is the first edition that was released on DVD back in the 90s. 1998, you can see there, from Anchor Bay. Not much in terms of special features. It is in widescreen, it's got Dolby Surround, and you get a couple of trailers, but that's it. But I really like this picture here on the back. Pretty cool edition. You get a nice insert card, proper old school chapter card. They don't seem to do these kind of things for DVDs anymore, but back in the day when DVD was around first, they throw you in a lot of nice little extras like that. Now next up is Halloween, A Cut Above the Rest. Now this is the documentary that comes on a lot of editions of Halloween. You've probably got it if you've got like any kind of 2-disc edition of Halloween. Chances are you've got this documentary, but this is a German release of just the documentary on its own, so pretty cool edition. I don't speak German, so I can't tell you what that is, but some sort of a blurb about the documentary. We've got a few pictures there. The great picture of Nick Castle with the Myers mask. Picture of John Carpenter there. So now I've got all 3 of the main documentaries. A Cut Above the Rest, 25 Years of Terror, and I can't remember what the third one is called. The Inside Story, that's it. I've got all 3 documentaries in their own editions now. Now next up is a nice little oddity. What this is this is a copy on a DVD of a TV recording of the first ever broadcast of Halloween on American TV. And you can see on the cover they've reproduced the TV guide ad, I guess. So it was screened on NBC in, I think it was 1981. So this is the TV version. It has those extra scenes with Jamie Lee Curtis and having the flashback about Michael, and it's got the scene of Donald Pleasence meeting the board in Smith's Grove, all that. And of course it's got the commercials, so it's pretty cool to see the vintage commercials, and it's a piece of history, I guess, if you're a Halloween fan. It's pretty cool to have. The disc itself, again, is just the reproduction. It turned up on eBay. I think the guy was selling a few copies at the time, so maybe it's still available. I don't know. Take a look on eBay if you're interested. Next up is another one that turns up in a lot of American collections. It's the Universal double feature of Halloween 2 and Halloween 3. Pretty bog standard. Don't think there's any special features on these. It's region 1, so I haven't been able to try it out anyway. But it's really just an addition to the collection. They come on their own separate discs. So nothing special, but another one for the collection. Next up is pretty special. It's the Halloween 4 limited edition tin. I've had the Halloween 5 version of this for a while and have been looking out for this one, and finally one turned up for a decent price, so snapped it up. You see the spine, it's got the classic image on the cover, Michael's face with the house in the background. It's not as impressive as the Halloween 5 edition, which came with a big, like, 48 page or something photo book. This one just comes with a little insert. Has a little bit of a blurb by one of the producers, Mark Cerulli, and the chapter selections. And then you've got your disc there. But pretty cool to having the tin. The tin is actually different as well to the Halloween 5 one. This feels more kind of aluminium, whereas the Halloween 5 actually feels like tin, like a biscuit tin kind of. Now maybe that could be because this is a region 1 edition and the Halloween 5 one I have is region 2. Maybe that's the difference, or maybe it's just the difference between how they presented 4 and 5. I don't know, but that's the way it is. Now, next on to a couple of vinyl records. This is a 12-inch record of the Halloween theme. There you see it. It's performed by John and his current band, which includes his son Cody Carpenter and Daniel Davies, who is the son of Dave Davies from the Kinks, who also helped John on the soundtrack of Village of the Damned. So I actually saw this band play here in Dublin last Halloween. Pretty cool, great, fantastic gig. On the back, from the B side, you have the Escape from New York team, and again it's performed by John and his band. This was put out by Sacred Bones Records. When I ordered it, I was expecting it to come in a sleeve, because that's kind of how it looked on eBay, but it just came like this, just with a little kind of tag. So I'm not sure if there is a version that comes in a proper sleeve, or if this is just how it was released. Maybe there's a couple of different editions, I don't know. But pretty cool. And finally, this is very cool. Original film music. This is the Halloween soundtrack on vinyl. This is a German edition from 1983. Pretty cool. Considering it's 34 years old, it's in perfect condition. There we have. Pretty sure the back is the same as the English language edition, but obviously everything's in German here, so I wish I spoke German because I'm sure this is a pretty interesting read, whatever it is here. A lot of editions of Halloween seem to come from Germany. I don't really know why, but Halloween seems to have an enormous following in Germany. Lots of cool editions come from there. There we have it. So we've got 11 tracks. Halloween Team, Laurie's Team, Shape Escapes, Myers House. You can see Myers is misspelt. I've got a couple of editions. I've got, I think it's a French VHS, and they spell it this way as well. So it seems to be how they spell Myers on the continent. Then on side 2, Loomis and Shape's car, The Haunted House, The Shape lurks, Laurie knows, better check the kids, and The Shape stalks. So full comprehensive score. John Carpenter's immortal score for Halloween. Pretty great. So that's all I picked up for now. The next time I see you is probably going to be, what I'll do is, seeing as it'll be October, I'll do a complete overview of my collection sometime close to Halloween. So until then, take it easy guys. So subscribe, leave a comment, leave links to your own collection videos, whatever. Take it easy.